stream.
Check it out.
The camera inverted. It's straight like it is. It's straight just like it is. I'm gonna catch it if it ain't. You know what I'm saying? What up? What up? What up? This shit, the camera inverted. The front camera is inverted. It's going the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It got me going to the right when I'm going to the left. I'm going to the left when I'm going to the right. And then it's crazy though, because it fucked me up. Man, which way I'm trying to look at the camera. So, how you look at the camera? What's up? What's up? Is anybody coming in? Did y'all come in?
It'll tell you where that zero is.
I know.
Yeah,
Views.
somebody come in. It's gonna show up.
I'm trying to see did y'all come in. Can y'all see it?
Oh, you asking us?
I'm asking y'all, can y'all see it?
I thought you were talking to them. I'm gonna join right
Ain't
now.
nobody on here. Or at least it said no views. It give you a better thing and everything. To be able to see all this. Check the go Janusha. I see it over there. Nah, I can't see the check. What I need to do, bring it over here or something. Oh, you gotta use this something. Right? And then grab that and bring it right here. So I can see.
Here, do the
Oh,
microphone
it won't do it.
somewhere over there so you can hear.
Yo, microphone. 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 Microphone, 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 microphone. Microphone, I got the microphone, 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 microphone. I got the microphone, microphone, microphone. Bripto Burnseed. We testing out a YouTube live right now. Come to YouTube. We testing out a YouTube live. We testing out a YouTube live with the new setup. Come on to YouTube. Y'all know the YouTube. Oh, 4 concurrent viewers, 1 views. Chat rate 3. What's up? What's up, Haseen? Hey, how y'all doing? Can y'all see me? Hey, put 555 in the chat if y'all can see and hear me well. If you can see both screens, where me and the other board, put 555 in the chat. Can y'all see both screens? And how does it look? What up, Shrine? Say her name. Bripto, Josh. How y'all like that setup? Can y'all see? You know what I'm saying? Hey, look at this shit. Come on, babe. Do me a favor, y'all. Pour that out for me and put some more ice in there for me, please. Now, what I can do is I can get this closer in the section that I want it in. Right? Can y'all see this section right here? King David to Christ. Hold on. Can y'all see that section? King David to Christ. Put 777 in the chat if you can see this section of King David to Christ. 777 in the chat if you can see this section, King David to Christ. Hey, thanks, Shrine. Thank you, son. Oh, put some grape in there for me. I'm sorry.
How you want it? About halfway?
Yeah, not all the way full, please. I got to remember to say that. Y'all can see it? Y'all see that from David to being carried to Babylon was 14 generations. And after Solomon left, that's where began the persecution because they began to tear down the temple. Am I right? Is it anybody who read in here often that after King Solomon left, that's when they began to tear down the temples, right?
Correct.
Now, After them 14 generations, then we went into what? Captivity. And then Christ came. And then after Christ, we was being persecuted for 14 generations. And then we were in captivity for 14 generations until Haile Selassie came to be the ending of that captivity. You see what I'm saying? It's over here, babe, okay? So, if you can see that, then you see that it ain't just held up real good, y'all. So y'all bear with me as we work this out. As we work this section of our situation out.
Pull the camera up. Point it
Boom, boom. I'm an engineer. Don't try this at home. You know what I'm saying? Don't try this at home, nobody. I'm kind of engineered at this shit. So now, if you see the section, David to Christ, right? So now, we just wanted to remind ourselves of that because that is the written word that from King David to the carrying away of Babylon was 14 generations. And from the carrying away of Babylon unto Christ was 14 generations. Do you all remember that? 333 says you remember reading that and knowing that from David to the carrying away of Babylon is 14 generations. And from the carrying away of Babylon to Christ is 14 generations. 333 says you can confirm that for me. That is the written scripture. 333 says you can confirm that, go ahead, that is written scripture. That from David to the carrying away of Babylon is what? 14 generations. And from the carrying away of Babylon to Christ returning is 14 generations. 333, if you know, that's written scripture. Because I don't want y'all to think I'm taking these numbers and I'm just doing this shit by what I think. You know what I'm saying? I'm going strictly off what the scripture said. You see? To determine the time and all that shit that we've been lied to about. And I'm going to let you in on it too. Because once you know it, get what? They can't unknow it out your life. Oh, there goes the team. Hey, y'all. So now, it was only 3 people, about 4 people that said they know what's going on as far as David, this scripture saying that. Can one of my more studious students go ahead and find that scripture and verse so that we can post it so those that are not as studious can see that these are not our words, but indeed these are the words of the Holy Scripture. I'm sorry I didn't already search the scriptures for that and have it posted on our board. But if I got to do everything, it ain't no fun. You coming out, babe? I'm sorry. I forgot I set up prevent that easy smooth mode of that. We just testing it out because we gonna move. We ain't gonna be right here all the time. We're going to have a nice setup. But we just testing what's going on right now. Now, so then, as y'all can see, right, we're going to go down to here now, to this section, right, which from Christ, right, which y'all do understand, right? That Christ came and was born. I need a long something. Christ came and was born, right? He lived 33 years. He got killed. He transfigured. He grew back up. 33 more years was 66 AD. He told them who he was, that he was the same person who was right there. They believed him. He gave his testimony for 6 more years, and then he went to Ethiopia. You see what I'm saying? And then that was in 72 AD. And from 72 AD, 14 generations of persecution. And then in 492 began our captivity, right? From the death of Christ, from his life, death, and resurrection. Life, death, resurrection. Since we know how resurrections work, we know the man transfigured, came back, grew up, and then told them that's him that they killed. So, in 66, he was 33 when he passed. So he had to be 33 when he started all over again. The same understanding, right? So that was in 66 AD. He gave his testimony 6 more years to 72, and then he went to Ethiopia. And from 72 to 325, the Jews suffered persecution under Rome. In 325, that's when Constantine said he is now a follower of Christ. And then set up the Templars, which is the early form of the KKK, and went to conquer and put us in captivity in 492 all the way to 892, right? And then toward the end of that millennia, they knew, that backing behind it, that's what it is. Hold on. Right? Toward the end of this millennia, they knew that Christ was coming. They knew it, right? That's only 1,000 years. Pull this back, son. I got it. I got it. Y'all see how that's only 1,000 years. He born, 33, transfigured, 33, 66, 6 more years. He take off to Ethiopia. Down here, the Jews suffered persecution from Rome until 325 AD. Then Constantine turns into the papacy. Then they assemble the Knights Templars. 492, they out to conquer and put us in captivity. And we remain in that captivity from 492 to 892. And from that 492, which was 14 generations when God revealed himself to us, and then he revealed himself to us again in 912, which is 420 years. 400 of those years was our captivity. 20 of those years was when our Creator said he'll reveal himself to us every 420 years, every 14 generations. You see what I'm saying? And so when you understand and know that this is what was said, now that you understand how they went from 928 to 1929, it was the Great what? The Great Depression. But it really was what? The Great Deception. You see what I'm saying? Because they pulled this little trick off. Why? Because they knew that right here, Christ is finna rule the world. So they put this number on it, right? To skip over what? All this time right there that would have been. You see what I'm saying? Which we took and put down now, right? Which I can do it like this better. Okay. You see right there?
Yeah, send that to me.
From 928 to 1929. They skipped over 1,000 years to do what? Cause inflation. Why? Because in 928, shit don't cost that much. But in 1929, it costs more. So you see how the inflation has took prices up from 928 to 1929. Can you see that as a money motive for them to pull this off, as they have created a false future full of inflation, that they selling you stuff from this time at this time prices? Put 999 in the chat if you understand they created this false future to sell you goods and services from this time at this time prices. Can y'all understand that? Right? Y'all see? From Christ to 492, persecution. From 492 to 892, captivity. And then Christ's return. That was 912. Now they knew at 1,000 it's about to be a wrap. You see what I'm saying? They know in 1,000 what about to happen? Man, Christ coming. Because in 928, that's when Haile Selassie, that's when Tafari was crowned king. So they knew. They said, oh shit, that's Christ. That's the blood of King Solomon. He finna be sitting on the throne of David. That nigga finna be ruling everything. Hey, we ain't gonna be able to do this shit we doing. We gonna have to stop this shit. You know what I'm saying? And so they were like, well, shit, what we gonna do? They were like, shit, do what we gonna do? Damn it. We gonna pull off a great motherfucking deception. Right? We gonna pull off a great motherfucking deception. You see what I'm saying? What we gonna do? We gonna go from 928 to 1929. It was supposed to have been the Great Depression, but it was really the Great Deception. The companies didn't have to go out of business. They ain't had to stop working. They did that so people can forget the dates. If you understand that they kept people from work 12 years so that they'll forget what the date is, put 928 to 1929 in the chat. How the fuck do you have this? All right. So I hope y'all can see that and can understand by the timestamp and by generations that there is no way that it is what? No motherfucking 2024. You know what I'm saying? We know it ain't no way possible that is 2024. We know that. Now I'm finna look at this stuff, right? And I'm trying to learn how to do this thing, because now that it's set up like this, we have a lot more range over what we can do now as far as being on here. And, you know, I'm trying to see. Here go the controls. Let me hit the settings. Let me see if I can keep this camera from being inverted like this, because it's weird. Okay. Where is the camera? Input, multi-view, click between scenes, horizontal top scenes, multi-view layout, show scene names, draw safe areas, show preview program labels, enable portrait layout, transition to scene and double click, show pixel alignment guides, overview visible, source view, draw safe areas. Let me see. Show confirmation diagram, show automatically record and stream, updates, automatically check update, open start dialog. It don't got nothing about the inversion of this camera. It don't have anything about that on here. Now how do I get this shit off here? Oh. All right, y'all.
You want to do it later?
Yeah, we finna stop it right now. Thank y'all for coming. I just wanted to do a little test setup so we can go back and see how it look and all this different stuff. So thank y'all for coming. We're gonna cut it off so it ain't so long to load up for us to check out what the fuck going on. This inverted ass camera got me fucked up, you know what I'm saying? But we'll be back. We're gonna try to fix that as well.